They told us freedom was given, but Black power proved freedom must be taken. This is not just history, it's the fire that still burns today. Black power, 3 simple words that ignited a global revolution. But what did those words really mean? Was it about violence, political parties, or something else entirely? You might be surprised to learn that its meaning went far beyond what the media portrayed. We're going deeper into Black power with an exclusive look at rarely seen photos, exclusive interviews, and powerful stories from the movement's heroes and its heart. Welcome to this channel. And before we start, please support us by subscribing and liking so that we can keep telling these important stories. Let's go. Imagine growing up in a world where your skin color is used against you, where opportunities are snatched away simply because of who you are. Where dreams are deferred, hopes are dashed, and humanity is denied. This was the harsh reality for millions of African Americans. For generations, they had endured the sting of segregation, the ache of discrimination, and the heavy chains of prejudice. But then something extraordinary happened. A movement unlike any other began to take shape, a movement that redefined pride, resistance, and liberation. It was called Black Power. But to truly understand Black power, we must first understand the fertile ground in which it sprouted. By the mid-1960s, the United States was at a tipping point. The brutal realities of Jim Crow in the South were laid bare, thanks to the work of civil rights activists who challenged the status quo. The Montgomery bus boycott, the Greensboro sit-ins, the Freedom Rides, all aimed at dismantling the pillars of segregation, one act of defiance at a time. These acts of courage created a sense of urgency and ignited a desire for change that could no longer be ignored. Enter 2 titans of the era, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, each with a different vision for how to dismantle this oppressive system. Dr. King championed nonviolent resistance, urging his followers to respond to hate with love. Malcolm X, however, took a more confrontational stance, encouraging his people to defend themselves against racism and oppression. While their approaches differed, both men shared the same ultimate goal: freedom and equality for African Americans. Now let's talk about the turning point, the moment when Black power burst onto the world stage and forever changed the narrative. The Olympic Games in Mexico City in 1968, as the world watched, 2 African American athletes, Tommie Smith and John Carlos, raised their black-gloved fists during the national anthem, a powerful symbol of Black power. This wasn't just a sporting event, it was a global statement. It was a resounding, "We will not be silenced, we will not be ignored, we demand change." But Black power wasn't just about raising fists. It was about raising consciousness. It was a call for Black people worldwide to recognize their shared struggles, their common heritage, and most importantly, their inherent worth. It transcended geographical boundaries, uniting people from Kenya to Cuba, Ghana to the United States under the banner of Pan-Africanism. At its core, Black Power was about self-determination. It was about having control over one's own destiny, free from the shackles of external forces. This meant advocating for Black businesses, supporting Black institutions, and, most importantly, celebrating Black culture. It was about taking charge, being proud, and saying, "We will define our own future." But let's be clear, Black Power wasn't just a feel-good movement. It was a call to action. It demanded change, and it wasn't afraid to get uncomfortable. It challenged the status quo, disrupted the peace, and forced society to confront the uncomfortable truths about race and inequality head-on. Now, let's dive into some of the key figures who embodied the spirit of Black Power. People like Stokely Carmichael, whose speech at the 1966 speech in Mississippi ignited the phrase Black Power and propelled it to prominence. Roy Wilkins, the head of the NAACP, who criticized Carmichael's use of the phrase, highlighting the organization's commitment to integration rather than separation. Angela Davis, the activist and scholar who fearlessly advocated for Black liberation, prison reform, and women's rights. Kwame Ture, the Ghanaian leader who played a pivotal role in the Pan-African movement and inspired generations of Black leaders. And, of course, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the leader of the Nation of Islam, who preached self-reliance and empowerment among African Americans. Each of them, in their unique way, contributed to the rich tapestry of the Black Power movement. In essence, Black Power was a clarion call for social and political transformation. It demanded equal access to education, healthcare, employment, and justice. It sought to dismantle systemic barriers and create a level playing field where every individual, regardless of skin color, could thrive. However, the path to liberation was not without its obstacles. The movement faced criticism from various quarters. Some argued that its rhetoric was too confrontational, while others accused it of promoting division rather than unity. There were also those who co-opted the movement for their own political gain, diluting its original message. But despite these challenges, Black Power stood firm. It continued to advocate for change, albeit through evolving strategies and tactics. Today, the echoes of Black Power continue to reverberate. Its impact can be seen in the ongoing fight for racial justice and equality. Movements like Black Lives Matter and the recent protests against police brutality are a testament to the movement's enduring legacy. Black Power gave voice to a generation that refused to be silenced, a generation that demanded to be seen, heard, and respected. It gave rise to a cultural explosion, a celebration of Black identity. Music, art, literature, and fashion became powerful tools of expression and resistance. Artists like James Brown, Aretha Franklin, and Nina Simone used their voices to amplify the movement's message. Writers like Toni Morrison and Maya Angelou chronicled the struggles and triumphs of Black communities. And designers like Dapper Dan fused high fashion with hip-hop culture, creating a uniquely Black aesthetic that celebrated its heritage and defied stereotypes. So what does Black Power mean to you? How has it shaped your perspective on race, identity, and activism? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters. As we bring this episode to a close, we want to leave you with a challenge. Just as the pioneers of the Black Power movement dared to dream of a better world, we encourage you to dare to dream big, to dare to challenge the status quo, and to dare to make a difference. Don't be afraid to speak up against injustice. Don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. And don't be afraid to reach out to others who share your vision. Together, we can create the change we want to see in the world. And remember, the story of Black Power is not just a historical account. It's a living, breathing testament to the power of resilience, resistance, and revolution. It's a story that reminds us that change is possible, that progress is achievable, and that true liberation is within our grasp. Keep the conversation going, stay informed, stay active, and stay hopeful. The journey towards equality and justice may be long and arduous, but it's a journey worth taking. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Untold. If you found this video informative and inspiring, we invite you to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. You'll be helping us to continue producing powerful content that sheds light on important historical narratives like Black Power. If you want to delve deeper into the stories we covered or explore more facets of Black history and culture, we've got you covered. Check out our other videos and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on new episodes. Let's keep the conversation going. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below with your insights or experiences related to Black Power or any of the topics we've discussed. Your voice matters, and your stories have the power to connect us all. Stay connected with us on social media to get updates on new episodes and engage with us beyond the screen. Together, let's keep learning, growing, and working towards a better, more inclusive future. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and stay powerful.